Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. The 3 cards I showed the other day whilst doing the 5 card challenge, I showed 3 cards and I'm going to show you how I made them actually. All 3 if I can. So this is the first one. It's just plain old stenciling with the new Shimmer inks, and I don't know if you can see the shimmer, look at that. Just beautiful. And the friend is just a die that I've already got, so I did the shadow one in black, one in thick white cardstock, and one in craft fun foam, so that way I haven't got to do 10 layers or 5 layers thick. I can basically just put that on top of the fun foam, glue the 2 together, and then add it to my shadow. And I've got the little dot for the eye. Where's that just gone? Oh, there it is. We don't want to lose that little fella, so we'll put all those together after. So this is the first one. Like I said, it's just absolutely beautiful, and it says friend sending happy thoughts, and I thought that was lovely. Just added a few gems, and it's amazing what you can do with the stencils even. Then this one we're going to stamp with it, and with the stamping I added it with the sponge, which washes out beautifully afterwards, and I just sponged around the edge to give it that like frosty evening. And I will put my sentiments straight this time, it looks a bit on the wonk, and just added a little star, and I think it just speaks volumes. It's just quick, plain and simple, but to the point, and I think it's just beautiful. And look at the shimmer on that as well. Lovely. And then I just misted the card with the shimmer spray that I made, and then gathered the card through it. Didn't directly put it on, I just wanted to gently mist it. So to reactivate this, you just shake it to get the shimmer out of the corners. And because it's with rubbing alcohol and a little tiny bit of hairspray, it dries beautifully, but you can see the shimmer in the bottle. It's just gorgeous. And then this technique is again a little bit of masking with the sponge stenciling, and I also added a stamp set, which is the leaves from Blended Seasons, and then just took that fine little paintbrush and just went in between the lines. And I think this would make a beautiful autumn card with the colours. It's just gorgeous, and a quick and simple thank you card. There's nothing inside of them. These are just techniques I was trying out, and I absolutely adore this one. I love them all actually, but this one with the friend is my favourite. I just love that. I cut 3 times with thick card and glued the 3 together. And then I remembered somebody saying use fun foam for the kit, craft foam, because it's a lot, and it's thicker, so I would only have to have the 2 layers. So I'm going to get started. I just love it. I'm going to start off with the gold one first. That way we can add the copper later, because this is a mixture of copper and gold, and so is that one. So simple. I'm going to leave my cards there for inspiration. I'm just taking a clear block, and I'm getting my gold shimmer paint. Oh, I've got to have a swig of my coffee. I'm dying of thirst. Oh, excuse me, listen to me slurping. You always want to give these a shake first, so I'm going to reactivate my little pots. Play the maracas. Da, 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 da. I've lost the plot, it's alright, don't worry about it. Yeah, there's a little ball bearing inside there, and do you know what? A tiny little bit of this goes a long, long way. And I found you can use just a straight cloth to get this off, but I've got a brand new nail brush, and I just give it a gentle rub on with a bit of hot soapy water, and it comes off a treat, and it's like brand new again. So, and I love those trees. So I'm just adding 3 little drops, maybe. Oh, I'm going to grab my paintbrush. I'm not wasting none of that. And we're going to be painting with this after as well, so we may need a few more spots after, but I just add loads on the block, so I thought, right, what can I do with it? So this is how I did it. I'm going to take, you need some Whisper White, best card to stamp on. Love this. You can either lift this off and just paint it on. But I found the quickest thing was my little sponge. I'm just gonna get that off there as well, and you're just gonna pick it up with your sponge and just dab it everywhere. Don't worry about the edges. It does come off. Oh, I may need a bit more actually. Yes, I think I do. Oh, there we go. Just start off with a few drops. It depends on the size of your stamp as well. I've seen people use the sponge daubers with this as well. I don't have any clean ones, hence the sponge. But it washes out your sponge, so you can tell it's a really good water-based ink, as well as giving all that beautiful shimmer. So you need to apply, not thick, but just dab it all over. I wouldn't worry about them edges unless you're going to press and rock, which we're not going to do. So, and even if you do get a bit of that smudging, we're going to blend anyway. So let me show you. I've got some scrap here. This is that piece of paper that you kept seeing for days on end with the crap on it. So I'm just misting around the outside. I'm not even going all the way to the bottom, because that's where my sentiment's going to be. So that's how I've used up that little bit of ink that was on there. Just take a block and I'm just going to line this up as best I can. Keep it as straight as possible. And I'm just going to go straight down onto my card. It dries, look, you can use it as nail polish I suppose. It dries really quick. So I'm just giving that a good old press. And look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love that. It reminds me of a golden misty night, and I'm just going to set that to one side to dry. And you can literally go around and scoop this off or wipe it off. And then we're going to use that sponge for sponging on our next card. So don't let that go to waste. This will come good. You can get it off with a cloth, but I prefer to use my little nail brush because I don't like leaving it in the nooks and crannies. But it comes off a treat. But like I say, if you give me 2 seconds, I'll be back. I'll show you how quick it comes off. It literally takes seconds. There we go, and I didn't even use any soap on that. Oh, there we go, look, it comes up absolutely gorgeous, like new again. And just give it another wipe. But a little tiny nail brush, I've got one for myself and I've got one that I keep for my stamps. There we go, it's like new. You can't tell you've been using gold paint on that. So it does take a few seconds to dry because we've used quite a bit of ink. So don't worry about that. We're going to get our next sheet of paper. And I'm going to use the wall one again, the diamond shape. Love this one as well. Just going to grab a bit of washi tape. Let me just lift this board up a bit more so you can see. That's better. So I'm only using the washi tape to stop my stencil from moving while I'm rubbing all over it. So I'm lining it up with the bottom. I just want to keep it in place. Right, we're going to have another 2 drops of one, 2, too. I've watched ladies doing videos and they like pour gallons of it out and I'm thinking, oh my gosh. To me it's like gold dust. Literally is gold dust. And we're going to add a couple of drips of the copper and the two together. Absolutely gorgeous. But who doesn't love a nice shimmered card like this? Look at it. I've even got, look, I'm just going to mush it into there. Look at it. Dries in no time. But I've got two colours on there. And I'm just going to sponge until I cover my card. And it washes off ease a treat as well. And you haven't even seen me pick any up yet. But, oh, love it. And with that first card that I showed, where is it? Oops, sticking to me everywhere. This one, it moved. That's why I've got that blodging there. So this is why I've used a bit of the tape. Now, I'm just going to pull a bit to the side. And I'm just going to add some more. And I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And then, I'm just going to wipe off as much as I can as well. Well, none of this is going to go to waste anyway because we're going to use that on our leaves for painting. But you can paint with it, you can stamp with it, you can sponge with it, you can turn it into spritzers. There's so many ways to use this beautiful gold and silver and a little splodge there. But it doesn't matter. I think it adds to the character. So I'm just going to set that aside to wash. And I'm going to set that one to aside now to dry a little bit. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Doesn't matter. We're going to stamp our leaves. You'll probably see that get blended. So that one can go there to dry for a moment. We're going to fetch back our beautiful trees, which are dry now. Beautiful. I've got my little star punch, which is retired, I'm afraid. But I'm sure you can get a little star punch from anywhere. And using that champagne glitter card I bought from Hobbycraft the other week. My glue. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to use. Quickness of the video. I'm just going to use a little bit of fast fuse. Perfect. And I'm going to add this to the sky. Oh, look at that. Even without the sentiment, it looks just beautiful. So let me find my said sentiment. And I need to line, yeah, it's on the wonk, on my block even. So I'm just gonna line this up on there. Oh, look at it. It would help if you go it the right way round, wouldn't it, Gain? You could use your Stampin' You could even use your Stamparatus, but you'd still have to line it up perfect. So when I'm going to ink that now, I'm going to try and keep that against at least one of those lines just for lining it up. So I'm going to make sure it lines up with that one. So my ink is my jet black. And I like this ink. It's really dark and it does stamp really dark. Oh look, it's gone blodgy there. Oh, we're not having that. Take that off. Start again. My fault. I always get a bit wound up and start swooshing it round, but you don't need to. Look, see how dark it is there. Don't like that. I'm going to practice first. well, mind you, it did stamp okay actually. But it's best to stamp a couple of times just to be like on the safe side than to just guess, I suppose. So please be straight, please be straight, please be straight. Yay! That is absolutely gorgeous. How is that? It's just beautiful. And I have tried the stamp full power like that and then stamped again, but your ink gets absorbed so much into there. But yeah, I love it. Love, 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 love. So we're going to pop that to one side to dry. Just have another swig of my coffee. Now this one is dried. Just look at that shimmer. Beautiful, love it. Oops, sorry, I do apologise. I'm going to get my big one out. And thank you, Lorraine, I've got my charm on. And I'm just going to get the bigger ink pad because it's a bigger stamp. And I'm just going to fill certain parts of this where I know it's going to look good. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And there's no right, no wrong reason, just get it on there. It's beautiful. Make it a fabulous autumn card, like I'm saying. Just gorgeous. Now what I'm going to do is just ink the back bit up here now. Just add that to the corner. I think that is absolutely stunning. Already you could leave it like that and it looks beautiful, but I want to show you how I painted those leaves in. Just with a fine little paintbrush, and it's not rocket science, it's not a technique or anything, it's just colouring. You want to try and avoid the black lines though. But, and I'm just going to have my thank you down here. While the ink is out. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, love it. Who wouldn't like a thank you card like that? I know I would. So, oh, I was trimming I always cut my card mats down to 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, but if I'm adding a border or a layer, then I cut it down a little bit more. And I've got these wonderful little strips that are left over. And I'm going to try and do the sentiment for the other card as well, which is sending happy thoughts. So it's thin enough, I think, and it will keep me from going wonky as well. Don't like nothing to go to waste. Oops, there we go, look at that. Sending happy thoughts. So that's killed two birds with one stone. And any small sentiments, I keep these. Perfect for that. Why would you throw that away? Or why would you get another large piece of paper out just to cut it down anyway to that size? So I killed two birds with one stone there. Not literally, I wouldn't hurt a fly. It's just a phrase. It's just a phrase. So that's all my stamping done. So we're going to come... Oh, no, we're going to do this one. No, we're not. We're going to leave that one now. And then we're going to move on to our third and final card. Again, I've got that. It's the beautiful medallion. This is the first time I've used this. So I want to try and keep that pattern as symmetrical as possible. So I've got it a gap top and bottom. I've got my washi tape, which is on the wrong way around for this one. I don't know how that happened. So again, I'm keeping these diamonds either side. Pattern top and bottom. I'm just gonna see this. Oh, I did it the wrong way around. Look, was my fault. But it doesn't matter. You can use them either way. So making sure that's in place. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of our ink. In fact, oh, I've got too much. Look, and squeeze it back out, back on to your block. And then we're just going to start to sponge again. I'll tell you what would look nice now. If you wanted, you could... Oh, what was I going to say? I was just about to say something and it's gone. Oh, I hate that when that happens. Just do nice circular motions. You could have even started off with gold in one colour and worked your way down to the copper in another. You could have added the champagne one and the white mist. Look, and it's still going strong. You could have done a couple of those, I reckon. So, oh, look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? See a tiny little... I won't touch that yet. I won't touch that yet at all. Right, now I'm going to pop it to one side to be cleaned. Look at my fingers. Soon be gone before you know it. Give my fingers a wipe. Sorry I'm doing that on camera then. There we go. It's coming off. There we go. Perhaps a little bit more. There's not so much, it's just damp, that cloth is. So back with our card and our lovely little block now. And you want to keep your brush nice and thin. And then all I did was just went over every leaf. Oh bless, I can hear my dog, she's dreaming. She yelps, not yelps, but like whoop, whoop, whimpers in her sleep, bless her. And this doesn't take long to dry at all. And just see, I'm picking up just enough to do the leaves. Oh, slash. Don't worry if you don't get every last little bit covered in. And you know what, I didn't even do the stalks on the last one. I just did the actual leaves. But how you can create something wonderful from two little tiny products like that. And a gorgeous stamp set. It all helps. And if that starts to dry out, add a bit of spritz from your spritz bottle. Why let it go to waste? I love this. Sorry if I go silent. You know me, I get so deep into it. I sit here with my tongue hanging out. Thank God you can't see that, because that wouldn't be very nice, would it? Are any of you going to on stage in Birmingham in November? If you are, please come over and say hi and tell me tell me your name, because there's a lot of people come up to and go, hi, it's me, and I'm like, okay, sweetie, I've probably seen your comment, but I haven't seen your face. But please come over and say hi. Come and swap with me. love it. I have gone over some of the black lines, but I'm trying my best not to. That's why I'm only putting a little amount on my brush so I can see as well. But it's soon coming. Because you've got some of the colour from the actual background, you're just filling in the gaps really with some of them. I just think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Sorry if you can hear that buzzing, it's my tumble dryer. We used to have it in the shed, but if the temperature drops below 8 degrees, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. It's about 50, is it, I think? I don't know. It won't work, so we have to pull it in the winter. Put it in the spare room then, but it won't be going up there once I've got a craft room. It will be back in the kitchen. Oh, look at that, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You could have done it with the flower itself, but I thought with it being autumn, as we're going into October on Monday, that gives you 30 days left to get your cards in for the diabetes challenge. And then it'd be my birthday. Woohoo! Oh, mind you saying that. I'm only getting older. Ugh. I don't want to get older. Just gorgeous. I love this. I'm sorry I haven't sped it up, so I don't do things like that, me. I like to keep it real. I don't do voiceovers. Oh, they're okay, and I understand some people have to. You know, I love watching Jennifer Maguire. She does, but it all tallies up with her. She seems to have it perfect. She must watch it, then commentate again, just to make sure she's got her timing is impeccable. But then you watch other people and they're talking about one bit and they've already gone past it, and it makes for a very confused viewer then. Or you realise that they've gone past that bit and then just go on to something else and you've missed out a complete section. So, I think I only watched Jennifer Maguire, Dawn Griffiths, my gorgeous pals Mandy and Georgie. Well, actually, there's quite a lot of people watch actually, but it's only those who are very close to my heart. I haven't got time to sit and watch everyone I'm subscribed to. I do apologise. But I always watch for the notifications. If something takes me fancy, I'll have a look-see. But with these pocket letters, I love them. I think by the time I finished, I'm up to pocket letter number 11. Oh my gosh, this is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I love that. Isn't that beautiful? And you can still see those black lines. Oh, look at that shimmer. So I'm going to set that to one side now. We've still got all this. Oh, I don't want to waste it. But you could add, let me just see if I can show you. Where is my shimmer? If that was like that, it's starting to dry there now. You could literally you could add some spritzer to this and reactivate that. Keep it going. And you can carry on painting. Look at that, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Get a little base of that. So yeah, that's another way you can do that as well. Whilst I've got this spray out, I'm going to give this a light. Oh, was it? No, it was the tree one. Oh, look at that now. It's beautiful. I'm just going to spray this in the air and then catch it with the card because I don't want it too much. There we go. I think that is just... And then you've got that all over shimmer. Can I catch the light? Yeah, there you go. That is absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So you can even leave that on your block to let it dry and then reactivate it then for another project. And then activate it again some more, like I'm saying. So I'm just going to get this off my brush because it will end up going stiff. And I will pop those to one side and I will probably make another card with those. And this cleans off your brush as simple as 1, 2, 3, it's gone. It stains it, but it doesn't matter. I use this over and over and over and over. You can even dip it in a little bit of warm soapy water as well. That'll get it all nice and clean. So now it's time to assemble our cards. So I've got 3 card bases. Just going to get rid of the scrap. These are all 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and I just scored them at 4 1/8. Find my bone folder. There she is. I'm just going to burnish, and I do like to do both sides because it keeps the card flat then. Beautiful. And I've got my 3 bases, and I had this gold shimmer paper from a craft fair from about 2 years ago, and I love it. And I had the gold, but I had the really dark grey, and I had like a silver one. There were like 100 sheets, 300 GSM, 3 for £10. I wish I could get hold of that gentleman's name because he did have an online site as well, but it's many moons ago, 2.5 years, nearly 3 actually, nearly 3 years ago. Oh my gosh. So I'm just adding this nice little border all the way around. And then I can attach it to my card. Oops. Oh, that's the end. Oh gosh. Oh, fast fuse. I've got a refill here. Oh, my gorgeous, gorgeous kind friend. Thank you so much. There we go. And we can carry on and attach it into the rest of our card. Oh, love this colour. I love gold Christmas cards. Cannot beat them. They're just so beautiful. So, there we have card number 1. Oh, it's just divine. I'm going to now add this one. To here. Perfect. And even now we had that splodge then it's not so noticeable. Now another card base. These are all cut and scored and folded and burnished at the same size. So they're 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, scored and folded at 4 1/8. Just your standard card base. For us in the UK, maybe a few in Europe as well. But I know the Americans are 8 1/2 by 11. So they cut it at 5 1/2 and score at 4 1/4. So there's card number 2. Now moving on to card number 3, we can attach. And I've got 2 bases there. Oh, I've got enough to do a spare. Excuse me. Excuse me. So let's attach to our card, and then we can glue our pieces together. I love the word dies. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I know Stampin' Up do a few, but I wish they'd do more. And I love the shadow dies. Oh, there's just something about them. Just gives it that little bit of pop off the page. So just pop that there. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Love it. So I'm going to fetch in my 3 pieces and my little dot. Can't lose that. So I'm gonna glue the back of my cardstock. I'm gonna use my fine tip glue, I think. Fingers crossed it stays together when I can find it. Where have you gone? I've lost my fine tip glue. Well, where's that gone? Oh, there it is. It's laying down. It's decided to hide behind something. Oh my gosh, my battery's gonna go. Long-winded video, see, I do apologise. What I should have done really was added the double-sided sticky tape. I don't even think this is coming out. Oh gosh. Little bit. Oh gosh. I think I may have to get my other glue out after all. I haven't got the strength to squeeze it. Nope, I can't do anything with that. I don't know. Let's see if we can get that on there. My fun foam looks grey, considering it's supposed to be white. That is not having none of that, and I don't know why. Yeah, it's not like it hasn't got an air hole, because it has. Right, come on, this is my trusty glue. I love this stuff. So what I'm going to do is just going to blob some on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to dab. And then I'm going to glue it into place. There we go. It's once you've got them squeezed together, they just fall into place. Isn't that lovely? That's a little bit something going on with my tail there. There we go. Now I'm just going to repeat the process. I want to make sure I've got a little bit of glue in there, so I'm just going to grab some of that. That's better. It's stayed now. Oh, I love it. Love it. So again, just dip, 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 dip. Try and get it on all the swirly bits especially. I mean, I've seen people, oops, that one's coming away. I've seen people use their sponge daubers on the silicone mat, but I don't have any clean sponge daubers. So line this up. And this one is slightly bigger because it's the shadow. Just press down. What I'm going to do is take a bit of the glue I'm just going to dot that there, and then I'm going to pick up my little eye and pop that on there. Lovely, 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 lovely. I love it. And this cleans up a breeze. It's gone. I use that cloth for everything. Then I wash them. Well, I hope so, Gaynor, she says. So I can just see a little bit coming away there. So I'm just going to add a little nod, a little dot, because it's so detailed. I'm just going to go with my pen, my piercing tool, and just add bits underneath, and then squash it back down. I can test then for anything, so we'll not waste that now. Clean my tool later. My dryer just kicked back in. What it does, it goes on a cool cycle and then just rummages away. So I'm going to add my friend right through the centre, making sure it's nice and straight. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Right, where did I put my little sentiment? Hello, where have you gone? There you are. So I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm just going to trim this down. And I've just pulled out, believe it or not, a new packet of mini dimensionals, and they've got a humongous border around the outside, so I'm just going to pinch a strip. I think that's perfect. That way I am not pulling off tiny little dimensionals, trying to cut them in half, trying to get them on, and I've done it all in one go. Perfect. There we go. And I'm going to grab my beautiful gemstones after we've attached this. And we're just going to have this lay in there. As long as you don't press, you can manoeuvre this. That looks pretty good to me. Woo! Now, I've got these gorgeous little gems, absolutely beautiful. They were gifted to me by my lovely friend Cinders. In fact, I'm going to leave them out because these ones I use a hell of a lot. A hell of a lot, and they're gorgeous. They're different sizes, and I think they're from Pretty Pink Posh. They're just gorgeous. So back with the glue. And what I do is just touch and then wipe most of it off. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick it up and turn it round, because I can then just lay it down. And I want the flat side. So I'm going to add some random large ones, and then I'm going to go back with some little ones. Oops, there you go. Just it did itself. So I'm going to have, there's some really tiny ones there, but I need them to be the wrong way round. There we go. Just beautiful. You can see another nice big one there. I'm going to pop that up there. Oh, what am I doing for time? Yeah, I'll love it. You'd have me here all night, wouldn't you? I'd stay all night as well. So, I'm just going to grab another small one for here. And another one for there. And one more for there. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. Just gorgeous. I'm going to even add a couple of, let me pop those away if I can. Just beautiful gems. Close that up. And I've got these beautiful, beautiful round ones as well. They're like glass, domed glass, just gorgeous. And I'm just going to add 3 next to each other. That is beautiful. Oh, I love it. Look at those. Beautiful. So there are my 3 cards. We've got stenciling, we've got stamping, we've got sponging, and we've got painting. So I hope you like them. These are the partners in crime. I'm going to add some gems to this one as well. And this one is this one. So I got 6 cards from one little tutorial, and I'm a happy chappy. Thanks for watching. I love you all. Bye.